As you stand in this place of discovery, isn't it curious how, just by allowing yourself to consider the possibilities, everything begins to feel different? It's like a shift in perception that happens almost without notice. Yet everything starts to make more sense. You might even begin to feel how the world subtly rearranges itself around this new sense of understanding, as if the universe is conspiring to make it easier, to make everything more aligned with the truth of who you really are. Isn't that something? Now just think about the process itself. What if the journey to change isn't as complex as it might first seem? What if instead of pushing against the current, you could simply allow yourself to flow with it? It's almost like you've always known how to swim, but perhaps you just needed to trust that your movements would naturally guide you. Isn't that a powerful thought? You don't need to work hard at it because it's already in you. It always has been. When you allow it, everything begins to align effortlessly in a way that feels just right. And as you consider this idea of effortless change, what if it were as simple as knowing that with every thought, with every shift in belief, a new door opens before you? One thought at a time, one belief at a time, it all begins to open up. You might even notice that each small change builds on the last, in a way that makes every new step feel like the next logical move. And doesn't that feel natural? Almost like you're always meant to follow this path, no matter how winding, because you can always trust with every new realization. You find yourself exactly where you need to be. It's like looking at the stars in the sky. You might not always see the full picture right away, but as you start to look closer, the patterns begin to reveal themselves. When you see those patterns, something inside you clicks, almost like you've just unlocked something new, something that was already waiting there for you to discover. Isn't it fascinating how, when you start to notice these patterns, everything becomes clearer, as if all the stars are guiding you towards your next step. And of course, with every step you take, you're closer to realizing that this clarity was always there, just waiting for you to recognize it. And so, the more you allow yourself to ask the right questions, the more you start to see things differently. It's as though every question you ask opens up new dimensions of possibility, just like a conversation where you keep discovering more and more, deeper insights with every word, as if the more you ask, the more the world reveals itself to you. And isn't that exciting to know that the answers are already within you, just waiting for you to ask the right questions? It's like your mind is constantly unfolding, revealing hidden treasures, and it can feel so effortless, so easy. Now think about the strength that you have to make these changes. As you continue to ask those questions, as you continue to shift those beliefs, what if by simply noticing how natural it is for you to grow and evolve, you realize nothing can stop this process? Nothing can stop you. Each step you take is so aligned with who you truly are. It feels as if you're always moving in this direction. Isn't that powerful? And as you begin to realize how easy this transformation can be, what would it feel like to simply surrender to it? To trust that every shift, every challenge is leading you closer to the best version of yourself. Just imagine with every moment, with every choice, you begin to see things in a new light. What if in this very moment you could step into that light and with a simple shift allow all those beliefs to settle in, almost like they've always been yours? It's as though the process of transformation doesn't need to be hard or forced. It's as if your mind already knows how to take you where you need to go, naturally and effortlessly. The more you trust this process, the more you allow yourself to simply be. The more you realize your growth is inevitable, like a flower that blooms without a struggle. All you need to do is trust everything's unfolding perfectly, right on schedule. And doesn't that feel just right? To know with every breath, with every moment, you're naturally evolving into the person you're meant to be. And as you think about this, it's almost as if there's a deep knowing inside you that you're already on the right path. The more you align yourself with this truth, the more you can step into it. And isn't it fascinating? With each small realization, with each new belief, it becomes even clearer that you have everything you need within you. You've always had it. What if you could allow yourself to fully embrace this idea? That the power to change, to shift, to become everything you've ever wanted to be, is already within you. Imagine how much freedom that you'd feel. How much ease knowing that you're simply becoming more of who you already are. Doesn't that feel incredible, knowing that you don't need to push? You don't need to force. You simply need to trust. And everything will fall into place. The universe itself supports you, guiding you, aligning you with everything you desire. What would it be like if, with every question you ask yourself, you unlock even more power, more potential? What if I told you that you already have all the answers? That they're all waiting inside you, quietly ready to be revealed. With every shift in perception, you get closer to that knowing. The answers, the strength, the confidence, they're all right here, right now, just waiting for you to trust them. And as you continue on this journey, you might find yourself noticing new opportunities, new ways of thinking, new ways of being. Each moment becomes an invitation to align even deeper with your true potential. Doesn't that feel empowering to know that the more you trust this process, the more everything becomes clearer, easier, and more aligned with who you already are? And with each thought you think, each belief you hold, you're strengthening the foundations of your transformation. You might not even realize how deeply this is taking root. But inside it's happening effortlessly, naturally, and powerfully. You're shifting, you're growing. And you're doing it all in perfect harmony with who you're meant to be. Imagine just for a moment how it would feel to wake up every day knowing that change is always happening, that growth is happening, that with every thought you think, you're becoming more and more of the person that you've always wanted to be. It's not a powerful realization to know that this change, this growth, is happening effortlessly, naturally. With every breath, you move closer to your true potential.